There is a growing trend in the world today about artificial intelligence. We could see manipulation in images, where we see still photos, even talking as humans. But did you know that this whole trend could be traced back to the 1950s, where a classical philosopher tried to describe the human thinking as a symbolic system? Today, many people, companies, try to adopt the use of artificial intelligence. According to PwC, it reported an exponential growth and adoption of AI during COVID. Most businesses also sprung up during COVID, especially in the tech world. And today on the Amina Ataru Show, we'll be looking at one of the tech businesses, Codar Africa, that started during the pandemic. My name is Amina Ataru, and this is the Amina Ataru Show. Don't go nowhere. The Amina Ataru Show, finding answers. Yes, and we have David Oluwatimileyin Sokefun, co-founder of Codar Africa. Nice to have you.
Oh, nice to be here. Thank you.
Why is that all these tech people, they're always so calm?
I think it comes with, just...
It's comes with so much money that you
No, not
Hey.
so much money. Just being alone and maybe working overnight and just that solemn moment like that.
So you're always very tired?
No, try to rest a bit and just having a routine that, helps to maintain work-life balance.
So what's your routine like? What do you do during the day and what do you do at night?
During the day, it's mostly work and a little bit of rest. Then at night till like maybe 4 o'clock. No, not 4, like every day, but like 2 o'clock till like 2 o'clock. Then just work till 2. Then sleep till like maybe 6:37.
And then you're up again?
Again, yeah.
Amazing. So tell us, who is David Oluwatimileyin Sokefun?
Okay, I'm a cool person. I was born into a family of 5 in Lagos, Nigeria, and I attended Holy Cross Catholic School. It was an all-boys primary school, then CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos. Still also.
So you're a Bariga boy now.
Yeah, yes. Also an all also an all-boys school. So
okay.
and from there, University of Lagos, Faculty of Law.
Oh really?
Yeah, like this.
You're not. Did you go to law school?
No.
So you just
just
pass through.
Yes, just finding passion in tech really just made me not really see the need to, follow that line.
Okay.
Yeah, so
from what I have seen and what I know about you is that you're passionate about music.
Yes.
How did the whole tech love?
Okay. Yeah, so I've always loved building stuff, even in secondary school. I had my first website in 2011, like that, 2011. So I just love building stuff. So when I got into digital marketing first before moving into deep tech, I was, marketing for some small businesses. So that was one out of, just experimenting with different things to see what would actually work for, work as a side also with school. So then getting into it, then, basically just my interest in building just made me keep pushing. How I even learned how to build a website was funny. I told the guys to build a website for me, and then he kept postponing and all that. So there was a day and I said, you know what, I'm going to sit down with you. So I sat with him and he, started working on it. And then I saw and I said, okay, I think I can do this stuff too. I mean, I can't always give this guy my projects. So let me try to. Of course, first time I tried, I failed. I saw different platforms and I I got into WordPress. WordPress is like a kind of easy to use drag and drop builder. You can use it to build any website. So, and then when I was building websites with WordPress, I didn't feel like, I looked at Jumia's websites one day and I'm like, I'm sure they didn't build this stuff with WordPress. So I stopped WordPress and then I started, checking online, looking at tutorials and stuff. And then I started trying out some things, but I still went to a proper ICT school to, to learn. And yeah, though I didn't finish that because, I had to mix that with working and stuff. So, I just ultimately just continuously improving myself and learning online majorly and working on projects. So yeah, I was able to get into tech. And
now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, there was the world was on, a lockdown. And then we saw a rise in a lot of fintech companies, tech guys. We couldn't access school curriculum and all that. And take me through your COVID-19 experience and how Codar Africa was born.
Okay, very good. So, I already was into digital marketing and web development. So it was, though my colleague and I, we had a business at the time, but it was hit by COVID-19.
Oh yeah?
So
what kind of business were you running?
Yeah, it was retail, and so we're selling stuff. People would come to the store.
Online or physical?
Yeah, we had online and physical.
Okay.
So people would, people could come in, place orders online. But during that pandemic, we ran into a lot of troubles. Let me just put it like that.
What kind of trouble?
Shipment. We had some people actually that worked with us actually made away with some money and some products. So it was really bad, and then it coincided with COVID-19. So
wow.
we even had troubles with like some banks, and so we just had to, put the business on hold at the time. So it was like, okay, you know what, go back to the drawing board. The formula was always use your personal skills to
grow your business.
Exactly,
yeah.
to grow your business. So we had to go back to that, and then so we said, okay, let's try to see what we could do. And training was on the table. Like, okay, we could actually use this space because we had a space that we're using for the retail business. So like, okay, training could actually be really nice to, because at COVID-19, a lot of people were trying to get online. That was it. That was what we're also trying to do. Say, okay, you know what? We don't know how long this stuff is going to last. So let's just get online, sell something online, and, try to, get into that digital economy. So while we tried that, we made more research. We found out what the problems were. We realized a lot of tech training companies were really expensive, and a lot of the ones that were not expensive were actually not giving the real value. Like I actually registered somewhere just to test, and I was a fake student. So
you were a fake student?
Yeah, I was a fake student. So I was just there, and I saw that that was what that budget could actually get me.
So when you registered for the as a fake student for that school, right? Was it online or offline?
No, it was at the time it was offline. So COVID-19 had already come to an end at the time. I think it was like late 2020, then entering into 2021. So people were already getting back to the office, so it was physical, but not many people were there, of course, and it wasn't every day. So they were still trying to follow the
COVID-19
protocols.
Guidelines,
yeah. So so I, got into that, and then so we went back and we said, okay, you know what, it's time to build something that will be flexible and, effective and still affordable. So we, started working on Codar Africa, and yes.
So Codar Africa was born in 2021.
Yes, majorly. Yes.
And so far you have trained hundreds of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
What is Codar Africa about, really?
Okay, Codar Africa is a tech training provider that aims to train about 1 million Africans in the next 4 years.
1 million?
Yes.
In the next 4 years. This is 2023. That's 2 years now? 3 years now?
3 years, yes.
So how many million, where are we right now in numbers?
Okay, well, right now in numbers we're about 20,000.
20,000.
Though it's yeah, compared to our goal, it's a bit, but we are looking at scaling.
Nice.
So for now, we can say we just, tested the waters. We've seen where, and, how to move to the next level. So we're looking at having that system that pushes out about, 250,000, 300,000 students every year. Because we feel like that's what's really missing in the ecosystem. There are a lot of tech training providers, but max graduates maybe 1,000, 2,500, in a year. And there are roughly about maybe 84,000 software developers in Nigeria, compared to US, where you have like 4.4 million. So
that's what would I call it now? This tech world is still very small compared to.
That's why the fact that you see a lot of people are getting into tech is still very, very small compared to the penetration in other countries like USA, India, for example. So we still have a long way to go. So for that to happen, we believe we need to have a serious force. And we take, for example, National Open University. They produce about 200,000 graduates every year. And so if we will need to have something like that is basically focused on tech to actually be able to get those numbers up and match up.
Well, setting up a company, I mean a startup company which is concentrated on tech, is quite expensive, if you allow me to use that word. How are you able to put funds together to start up your company?
Okay, well, we still, like I said, we had a retail business. So despite the issues we faced, we're still able to get it back on track. So we're able to still get all that. And then we've raised funding from angel investors, private angel investors. And yeah, so we just, it's about reaching out to people and letting them understand, we have this project, it has this potential. If you want to get on board, then we can, work on it. So we've tried that, and is a combination. Let me say, it's a combination of this, that, and also bootstrapping. Just rolling over and putting back into the business what you get from the business, and just being trying to be profitable from day one, because that's one pitfall of like startups these days. The idea that you should start your business and make losses for as long as you can, just because you're trying to scale, but in Africa it's a different market. You have to try to be profitable from the start. So I think that works for us.
And it has been profitable?
Yes.
So you're talking about the training. What's the concentration of your trainings?
Okay, tech skills, from software engineering, data science, product development, DevOps, data analysis, cybersecurity, just all around. And that's part of our unique offering too. We don't want to focus on just one area of tech, because people's interests are different, and we have to have that full spectrum of of choice for people. So that's like
So it's been all good. I mean, doing Codar.
No, it hasn't been all good. Can't be all good. Of course, we've had our problems, we've had issues. Yeah, at the point it was quite difficult to get people on board in terms of recruitment, in terms of funding as well, in terms of partnerships. So we've had to go through times of financial crisis, where we'd have to stop some services, restart, re-strategize. Basically, it's almost always like, okay, maybe we won't last for the next 6 months, so let's just and then
how are you able to pull through? Because that's like for a lot of entrepreneurs, talking about startups, it gets to this point where you just want to close shop.
Yeah.
You just tell yourself, you know what, guy, I can't do this anymore, especially if that future plan is not coming or is,
close.
you know, as you experience. So you want to take me through how you were able to remain focused and firm, just for a lot of people who are also in the tech business and are about practically folding up.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's I feel it's the best answer is never to, is not always to quit. Like you can pivot. Like the idea is, a company is not really something you start and if it's not working, you just close it down. You can change parts of the business. So you can, to the point where there are businesses that started as something and they're now doing something completely different. So the question is, if you're going to leave that business, what are you going to do? You're going to go and open another business. So why not try to make your business almost another business and try to make, make it profitable and make it work instead of, quitting. Just try to make it work because it can work. And if it's possible for it to work, then it will.
Amazing. Still talking to the co-founder of Codar Africa, a startup tech company who aims to train over 1 million techpreneurs in Africa. So if I want to sign up to Codar Africa,
Yes.
what do I have to do?
Oh, it's very simple. Just go to codarhq.com, the website, and just hit apply. Fill in your details, apply now, and then we'll get back to you.
I don't like we'll get back to you.
No.
Anytime I hear we'll get, is it free? Is that free?
Yeah, it's free. Application is free. It's absolutely free.
Oh no, of course application is free. I'm saying like when you say you get back to me, it's like, so do you like render empowerment programs in Codar? Something like an NGO where, I mean, looking at Nigeria, we know that, just like you said, the reason why you decided to, go into tech is because you find out that some of these trainings are very expensive and a lot of people are unable to afford it. So is there like an empowerment scheme that Codar Africa is also doing?
Oh, yes. We have this learn now, pay later plan where you don't necessarily have to pay now. You pay only when when you get a job. So
Really?
Yeah. So, because we actually work with recruitment companies to fix graduates, into jobs and internships. Yeah. So, if you learn with us, you don't actually have to pay. Then you go through the training. Then once you're done, we get you a job, and then you start paying back about 15% of your salary every month for the next.
So for how long do I have to train for?
Training, it depends on the course, but
so
on the
dev that's development what now?
Can say development and operations.
Development and operation. There's money in that particular.
Yes.
That's because I always know a lot of young people. So for DevOps, how many months would I have to be on train for?
DevOps is 6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
So after 6 months, you find me a job.
Yes. Now after 6 months, you do a 1 month internship.
Where? Right. Anywhere you pick that, or we have to look for?
No, we pick that. We'll provide that. It's either with us or with partner companies that you can. So the essence of that is for you to have real life experience. So when we get you a job, you'll be, you just hit the ground running like that. Without.
But how would that actually work? Because a lot of young people of these days, they rather work remotely. I have a lot of people who you get a job for them and it says, is it physical or remote? Like on the phone, they're like, no, they want a remote work. So the kind of job you get for them, is it a physical or remote work? And how would you be able to hold things like that down? How have you had an experience where you train people for free and then they jackpot?
Yes, it happens. Yeah, it has happened before. But so because of that incident, we had to now put in some measures. So okay, now if you want to go for our learn now pay later plan, you should have a guarantor. Then we need bank statements and stuff. So in case you jackpot like that, we would be able to also get back our own money from. Yeah.
From if the account is not being serviced, that's the end. I'm just saying, those are like part of the risk.
Yeah, those
that.
But we try to vet the people that we get in, and we also partner. We are working on partnering with certain banks to be able to withdraw directly from the bank accounts but we're also integrating our work and pay plan, which is Now you don't have to graduate before you actually start getting gigs and getting paid.
Oh.
So even as a student, you know, because let's say the curriculum is 1 to 10, for example, if you've learned 1 to 5, your skills are actually useful in some cases, you know, usually. So certain companies can need your service, like maybe services, maybe tasks they don't want to bother their, you know, employees with. They can just, you know,
outsource.
Exactly, outsource, and so through us, we pass that to our students, and they're able to perform those tasks because of the level of knowledge they've gained. And you know, if you're on the work and pay plan, then we take like about 75% of that income, and then the 25% goes to you. So even before you graduate.
Amazing. So what's the least amount that your students are being paid? You know, money is an attraction. Just give me like,
okay,
like an overview.
Okay, so the idea is it depends on the job. Foreign jobs are different from the Nigerian market. So for the Nigerian market, for example, a web developer that is just a junior web developer might be getting paid around 150,000 naira, 200,000 naira.
A month?
Like that, a month, yeah. So which, you know, is still, yes. So.
I'm nodding my head for you now. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And you just have to take 15-30% depending on the...
Yes, exactly, depending on the agreement. So, yeah, so that's like if it's Nigerian. And if it's, you know, maybe in the US, Canada, you know, it can be as high as $70,000 per year, not per month.
Divide that by 12.
So
who is doing my math for me?
$3,000.
$3,000
something, yeah, like that. So
that's some good bucks.
Yeah.
I should come for training.
Well, you should. You can. It's.
Let me register.
Yeah,
but that's actually good. So which means Codar Africa is not just a tech training company, but also a recruitment
company. Yes.
Company.
Yes,
amazing. And so if I want to, what's the website again?
www.codarhq.com.
Codarhq.com. I could see my team nodding there, calculating money.
Yeah,
they are doing camera work, I are calculating tech work. It's okay. But thank you very much, Oluwa Timile, that's David, for this enlightenment. I think it's a very lucrative business that you have gone into, and I must say a lot of people, you know, will be interested in partaking. I am actually interested in doing that. I will look for the course that I can do that is nice. I want to earn money in foreign currency right now.
Yeah, it's important with the current dollar exchange rate. It's a blessing.
So now that you're on this show, right? I have a lot of young people that are watching this show. Okay. So if they reach out to you from the Amina Ataru show, let's say, give me a window. How many people can you give the Amina Ataru show? From people who are watching or the ones who watch online and all that, give me slots.
Okay.
For my viewers, so that I'm able to get at least a number. It depends on any number you want. So you give me slots, and then you have to give like a code or something.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So how many slots are you going to give to the Amina Ataru show right now?
Let's say 10.
10 slots. I have 10 slots. 10 slots for 10 people to be empowered, to be trained and empowered by Codar Africa. And this offer would last till when? What's my window?
1 month.
Calm down now. You know that this show, it will keep going on different, you know, various platforms and all that. So you should give us a quarter now.
Okay, we can work on that.
Okay, so, but for now, I have 1 month. The Amina Ataru show has 1 month to have 10 people from any part of the country.
Yes.
Any part of the country, sign up to Codar Africa and be trained for free. Courtesy Codar. Like, I put you on the spot. Why are you holding your glass? When you're holding your glass, it means like, how do you get on the hot spot? But so I have that. Thank you so much. Amazing. So once you hit, you can actually use the website that is displayed there on your screen. And so which means when you're filling the form, you can just feel, oh, I watched the show. I watched the Amina Ataru show on XYZ, and I want to be part of this.
Yeah.
That's a good referral, right?
Yes.
And then, of course, we're going to give you a code, Courtesy Codar Africa. Thank you very much. Now you stand a chance to be trained by professionals around the African continent. Not just that, you get to also intern in reputable organizations, both locally and internationally.
Yes, yes.
And if you're very good and dedicated, and you're not going to jackpot, you can also get a job, a remote job. I have a lot of people nodding. Omolola, don't worry. Thank you very much, David Oluwatimileyin Sokefun. Thank you very much for being on the show. Hopefully in another 2 years or so, we should be speaking on a higher scale of how Codar Africa has impacted Africa, especially Nigeria as a whole. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Any parting words on the show? I always love my guests giving 1 or 2 advice to start up like yours.
Okay, yeah, just so the advice is just keep going. Sometimes it might seem like you should stop, and it happens to everybody. Like I have some mentors too that I talk to, and I know even up there, they also hit that point that you talked about, which is maybe I should just close shop. So it's the number 1 rule is not to quit. Just don't quit. Try to figure out a way out of it, because you started it for a reason. So just change your strategy.
Change your strats, man. Thank you very much again,
right,
David Oluwatimileyin. Well, it's the Amina Atairu Show, and we've looked at AI, and you can see truly AI is changing narratives in the world, where people could actually sit in the comfort of their home and have 5 to 6 jobs, on an average working 10 hours a week in most cases, and they're gulping a lot of money, or should I say raking a lot of money. Thank you again to Codar Africa for giving us this 10 slots. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube page, and also you want to know more about this episode, follow us on all our social media platforms, and of course you have the website of Codar Africa there for you to be empowered, be trained and empowered by them. Until we come your way again, same time next week, I remain your host, Amina Atairu. Do have a good one. Bye-bye.